Welcome to another episode of the Championship Rounds. We are now covering UFC 290. First fight of the night, Bo Nickal. It was supposed to be Tresean Gore, but on late notice, we now have Val Woodburn. Another f***ing betting line, minus 2,800.
Damn. I didn't know it was that crazy. I mean, to be fair, this guy is like unknown completely. All they have is his age.
I mean, yeah, all I could find about him was he's 7-0 with 5 KOs, but all his fights out of this promotion out of Florida called Combat Night Pro.
Well, since this is literally very, very last minute, I was already high on Bo Nickal with the Tresean Gore matchup, which it's like kind of the same. Tresean Gore also had 7 fights, but he's 5-2, but he had a little bit more experience, fighting.
Yeah, Tresean Gore actually had wins in the UFC. This guy, to be fair though, about him.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? He's a silhouette.
Yeah, for real. They ain't got no information about this man.
Well, this guy has 3 more fights than Bo Nickal, and Bo Nickal's biggest win is Jamie Pickett off of that knee in the balls.
I get it, because Bo's wrestling is like, he's legit. He's like a legit wrestler. Like, he's a 3-time national champion in college. The dude's wrestling and his scrambles and his ability to like take the back and like his takedowns, like he's elite, like there. So I can really see the potential in him and see like why the UFC is high on him, because he is skilled. The skill is there. It's just we haven't seen the skill tested against like proper competition yet. And it's okay because it's early on. It's his first couple fights. So they're not gonna toss him to the wolves immediately. They're gonna give him a slow build,
as they should. Don't destroy your prospects, but also like they're putting him on that pay-per-view spot over Robbie Lawler, who's having his retirement fight.
I really think they definitely should have. They should have gave that to him. They should have gave that fight, this part of the card, to fucking Robbie Lawler for his retirement fight, man.
Have you seen Bo Nickal take a punch?
No, he hasn't taken a shot to the face yet. He has 0 significant strikes to the head.
So that's just what I'm curious to see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, long story short, Bo Nickal's gonna probably run through this man again, like everybody.
Yeah, like I like his confidence.
Yeah, you gotta respect it. I'm on Bo Nickal. Let's get it.
Next matchup, the Tarantula, Jalen Turner versus the Hangman, Dan Hooker. I like both of these guys a lot. I love Dan Hooker. I think he's a dog. He's had some fucking great fights. He's got fucking wins on Gilbert Burns, Jim Miller, Paul Felder. He's a dog. Like he really comes to fight. Like he's one of those guys you really want to tune in and watch, because he'll put on a banger every time. That being said, I think Jalen Turner steamrolls him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a striking affair, I think Dan Hooker could do pretty well. But he's also just looked, I think it's not like himself after those last few performances.
Bro, he's 2-3 in his last 5. He took L's to Arnold Allen, Makhachev.
See, Dan's been finished quite a bit, and not even when he wins some of those fights, he's just taken so much punishment. But also he comes out and looks good sometimes. It's weird. Like he had a good fight against it was some other guy right before he fought Islam. It's the guy who looks like Kelvin Gastelum but is not Kelvin Gastelum.
Oh, Nasrat Hakparas.
Yes. Yeah. So he beat that guy. But he's just kind of up and down, back and forth. But I think you're right. I think Jalen Turner's just younger, more hungry. Only thing that concerns me about Jalen Turner is his durability. To be 155 pounds at 6'3" is crazy.
It's 6'3", yeah. It's a lot of weight to cut. I gotta pick my guy Jalen Turner, man. I've been loving watching his fights.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Tarantula as well.
On to the next match. The Reaper, Robert Whittaker versus Still Knox, Dricus du Plessis.
Still Knox? Is that his nickname?
Still Knox, yeah.
Never heard that till right now. I'm gonna just say it. The Rob about to catch a body.
Oh yeah, there's no chance. I don't think Dricus. Look, he's strong. I don't want to hate, but I'm not a believer in Dricus du Plessis. Like he's a strong dude. He's got power, but like he has no cardio and his technique is so sloppy. And
hey, man,
Robert Whittaker is so fucking crisp and refined.
Yeah, I mean his only loss in the last 8 years has to Israel Adesanya. I mean that's it.
Like look at the list of guys he's beaten: Kelvin Gastelum, Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vettori, Darren Till, Yoel Romero twice, Jacare Souza, Derek Brunson, Uriah Hall, Brad Tavares. Like it just goes on and on. Like dude is taking out the entire middleweight division.
But I mean, who knows? We could unlock a new mythical fighter. They were talking about on a countdown how Dricus has more than 8% of breathing now. 100% breathing Dricus could be the next mythical fighter.
He got the surgery on his nose, so now he can breathe properly. Now he's maybe that should affect his fighting better. Like his cardio should be a lot more improved. I'm hoping so, because like every fight I've seen him and he gassed out in the first round.
Yeah, nothing is a lock, man. Every time that I think this man's gonna lose, somehow he just looks terrible and wins the fight like that.
Like every win he's had has been a meme.
You know what Dricus has? Dricus has plot armor.
He definitely does have plot armor.
Like,
How does it?
All the
like,
odds are stacked against this man. He should not win this fight.
Yeah, literally every time you watch this man fight and you think he's about to lose. He's on the brink of losing, but somehow everybody in the MMA has a puncher's chance, of course. Like it can, there's a possibility of it can happen. It's just like the chances of that are so fucking slim, especially against a fucking elite guy like fucking Robert Whittaker that's done it all, seen it all, been champion. The only lost to Izzy, basically.
I mean, yeah,
Wonder
like,
Boy years ago, but still
at welterweight, who he should have never been at welterweight. You know, he's a big guy.
But like, yeah, Robert literally just trumps him in every asset of MMA.
Yeah, it's pretty much it for Dricus at this point, which sucks because I really wanted to see him versus Izzy. So I and you know what, I love Robert Whittaker so much, but like it's like the Max Holloway and Volk situation. I don't necessarily crave to see that again. I want to see Izzy with this new beef with the fake African versus the real African.
I kind of do want to see, like, as a guy, Dricus ain't that bad of a guy. I've heard his interview. He's a proud African. Shit. I don't
fuck
know.
all of that. It's just crazy to be blonde hair, blue eyes, and look at a nigga with broken native tattooed on his chest and say, "I'm the real African." Crazy.
That is, yeah.
Crazy. He got a ring just for that, just for the meme. Hey, my meme pick is going to Dricus, but the actual pick is to Rob.
Oh my god.
Yep. Final pick, my boy Rob.
I'm still picking Rob.
Absolutely.
Co-main event: the Assassin Baby Brandon Moreno versus the Cannibal Alexandre Pantoja.
Ooh, the Cannibal. I'm not knowing these nicknames. I hardly ever hear. I know the Assassin Baby. He's my boy, my Lego man.
Yeah, Pantoja's raw, bro. I haven't seen a lot of his fights, but I did go back and like watch a couple of his fights recently, and dude, he's very fucking skilled.
Of his that I can recall is the fight against Alex Perez, I think it was, and he just ran through old boy.
He ran over that man. I saw that clip too. Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, this is actually really exciting. Like, I mean, as far as flyweight goes, it was just Demetrius Johnson versus fighter A every other time, you know. So
literally, and Demetrius Johnson wins like 99% of the time.
Yeah, so I mean, now I'm happy that there's actually some excitement in the division and like finishes and shit. And what's crazy about this one though is they've already fought twice and Pantoja won both the fights.
Yeah, that's crazy. They fought like back in like 2018. I think they also fought on Contender Series, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was they fought in Tough.
It was Tough.
They fought on a fight night card, I believe, or it could have been on a undercard of a pay-per-view, one of the two. But I remember actually watching that second fight. I didn't know it was their second fight at the time, but Moreno got cut from the UFC after that fight, and now look at him,
champion. Brandon Moreno's just one of those guys you can't help to root for, bro. Like he's such a good guy, and like he's a hard worker too. So like he really came out from Mexico and just did it for his country, man. But hey, Moreno's resume is also speaking for itself too. You got 2 wins on Figgy, 2 wins on Kai Kara France, and a win on Brandon Royval. And shit, if he puts Pantoja on his resume as well, and to get vengeance after taking 2 losses to him.
Moreno fought Royval. Damn, I don't remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's already beat a bunch of the top flyweights, and arguably the hardest fight he was gonna have was Figueiredo, and he beat him essentially 3 times. I mean, because that I don't know if it was the third. I think it was the third fight. They robbed my boy in that one. It was one of the ones where it was decision.
That was a pretty sus decision. I still don't understand.
But it's okay, you know, he's where he needs to be. It should just be 22-5, but it's okay.
But honestly, I think I got Brandon Moreno in this fight. I think it's gonna be a close one. This one's probably gonna go to a decision. I think it's gonna be a back and forth war.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. I think I'm gonna go with Moreno too, just because kind of like what Dean Thomas said about Leon Edwards. When someone wins the belt, they become just better. Their confidence gets boosted, and Moreno's defended his belt, so I don't know. And I think he's gonna come with some vengeance. When a man has already beat you twice, like you can't lose to him every time. So he's
instilled a new confidence in him with the championship, and now that he's got that in the back of his head, he's like, this guy's already beat me twice. I can't let him get another one on me on the biggest stage.
Absolutely.
On to our main event.
Cream and fucking whatever they call it, cream of the crop, meat and potatoes.
The cream of the crop, the meat and potatoes. Alexander the Great Volkanovski versus Yair El Pantera Rodriguez.
Yeah, Bandera. This is Volk's craziest fight he could take at featherweight, even including Max Holloway, because like while Max was a crazy dangerous fight, I don't think Max was gonna knock Volk out anywhere. Yair, on the other
Volk's
hand,
too much of a dog, bro. Yair is very fucking dynamic. He's an unpredictable striker. Like he's able to throw like unorthodox combos. He's extremely good with like keeping his opponent like on their toes. You know, because you never know what this guy's gonna throw next. Is he gonna throw a fucking straight into a fucking front kick, an uppercut into a flying knee? Like shit. Like he's got the whole bag.
Yair throws out kicks like they're jabs, or he'll throw as soon as his foot lands back on the ground, he's throwing more strikes at you, which is crazy. Like
none of his strikes have like load up.
Yeah, like
open.
He got no delay on his
fucking
attacks.
Crazy.
He got no frames of vulnerability, bro.
He has no in leg, so he's just throwing strikes.
No, zero in leg at all. As soon as that shit,
leg, bro.
And all his attacks come out on frame 2.
That it doesn't make sense. I haven't seen striking like his in a while. Like that shit is crazy. He literally throws more kicks than punches.
Yeah, like I think if anyone like has like nobody's gonna beat Volk in a decision. I feel like if you had to, like if I had to pick one person I think that could beat Volk in a decision, it's gonna be the person who already did in Islam, who has to be way bigger than him and all that shit. At featherweight, like I don't see anybody beating Volk over 5 rounds. Like you have to knock Volk out. But if anybody has the best chance to do it, it's Yair, bro.
His speed and all the methods he has in ways to knock people out. That being said, Volk still wins. Every time Volk, I see him in a position of like vulnerability or like he's caught, he finds a way out.
Yeah, Volk
he's like the ultimate dog, bro.
He's the only person I've seen that counters with a 1-2.
Like I've never seen anybody counter with multiple punches before like Volk. That shit is fucking nuts.
He's the most well-rounded fighter on the roster. Him and Islam. Oh yeah, honestly. For sure. That's why the fight was so interesting.
Yeah, there's no holes in his game for real. Like he do it. He literally can do it all. He's a Swiss Army knife.
If Volk was like 5'9", he's unstoppable.
If he's 5'9", he's the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah, like Volk, 5'9" Volk with a 74-inch reach.
I think that's his one. Bro, I think that's his one weakness. He's 5'6". That's not even a weakness for real. That honestly kind of helps him.
Yeah, it helps with him takedowns and shit for sure, because it's hard to take someone who's already so low to the ground.
Yeah, Volk, like he's second to none, man. Like we're probably never gonna see a fucking featherweight like Volk ever again.
I think this is just like a really hard time for Yair Rodriguez to try and become champion. Like Volk is in his prime, you know, he's coming off of a loss at that, which should have been a win.
Like he's looking like invincible at this point. Like Volk also elite resume, man. Beating Max Holloway 3 times, Korean Zombie, Brian Ortega, Jose Aldo, Chad Mendez, Darren Elkins. The list goes on and on with the guys he's beaten
took Islam to a split decision, who arguably a lot of people think Volk won, and I'm in that group. When you're winning the end of the fight, like regardless of the rules and all that shit, man, you won the fight. Like in the schoolyard, if someone got pieced up, you know what I'm saying, like took 4 straight hard rights to the face, but at the end of the fight was landing hard elbows on the man, he's on the ground, he's on his back, he's covered up, he won, bro. Like he won.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true.
In a martial arts standard, Volk beat Islam, but by the rules, Islam won the fight.
By the rules, since the fight is scored by round.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Volk gonna get it done. Volk gonna do what he does.
Okay. Well, if you've gotten this far into the video, thank you for watching again. Make sure to like the video and comment down below if you want to see us do some more stuff, talk about some more UFC. Subscribe to the channel, and thanks again for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
We very much appreciate it. Deuces.